seemed so definitive. Why did the jury see the beating of Rodney King in such a vastly different light? Here's ABC's Judy Muller.
It was never even close. On the very first day of deliberations, a straw vote made it clear that a majority of the jurors favored acquittal. How could that be, given the powerful evidence of the videotape? Two jurors talked to ABC News Today by phone.
Everybody's saying this videotape, but these officers have a job to do, and in doing that job, they have to be given a certain amount of reasonable, and that's what this is, reasonable force.
The defense attorneys were really slick, and they undermined all the evidence that was brought forth by the prosecuting attorneys.
Several jurors say they were persuaded by the defense argument that the videotape did not tell the whole story, and that Rodney King represented a threat to the officers.
They didn't know what they had. You take a man that's over 230 pounds, and you put him on the ground, and 4 officers go in to put handcuffs on him, and he throws those officers off.
The jurors were convinced that it was King who controlled the action, that he could have stopped the beating by surrendering. The officers, they felt, used reasonable force, with the possible exception of one.
I believe Powell was out of control.
That juror was one of 4 who voted to convict Powell of excessive use of force, a split that resulted in a mistrial on that count. The jury was made up of 10 whites, 1 Hispanic, and 1 Asian. Critics of the verdict are questioning whether this jury of their peers gave the white defendants an edge, and whether King's race was a factor.
It didn't make any difference to me, and I don't think it made any difference to the majority of the jury.
And how do they feel about the violent reaction to their verdict?
Even looking at this after the fact, and I'm very sorry that this happened, but it wouldn't change how I voted.
What human being wouldn't be influenced by this? This is ridiculous. This is chaos right now, and I can't help but feel somewhat responsible.
And yet, he says, if he had to do it again, he would vote the same way. Judy